War Eagle, everybody. We are back. The War Report halftime. Auburn versus Tennessee tied at 10. Let's get the formalities out of the way. Make sure you're liking and subscribing on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following us on the Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you are following us on TikTok as well. All right, guys. Listen. Anyway, somebody talk.
Well, I mean, we're seeing what life looks like without our best offensive player. Simple and plain. We're seeing what kind of offense we have to generate and what we look like without the guy who makes it all work, Tank. So, time to
Yeah.
earn your paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, the run game has still looked okay without Tank. It's definitely not as explosive. I think the thing that's disappointed me is the slow start. Like, it's a 10-10 tie right now, and it's clear that we are the better team on the field, right? Like, after we got our bearings under us, Tennessee hasn't done much of anything. But everything in the first quarter was awful. Like, there was nothing redeemable about the first quarter of that game. The interception was terrible by
Agreed.
Bogus. He had the opportunity to either run for positive yards, might not have been a first down, but you preserve the ball for our possession. If he gets the first down, then or a touchdown by some miracle of shaking somebody, there's no reason to throw that to the back of the end zone. There's just none. That should have at least been 3 points on that drive. So he's got to own that right there.
Yeah, but all things considered, though, even though it should have been three right there, they still did way more than we should have been allowing them to do. The defense looked sleepy early.
For sure,
And
for sure. But I'm
they,
just
they
saying
did a lot now.
we can't leave points on the board in a game where we start slow. Like that was our
Oh, for sure.
opportunity to get the thing moving early, and it just
Yeah.
didn't happen.
But I don't think Tank being out has affected us that much. I mean, there are some runs with what's his name? DJ Williams in there. And I figure, okay, if Tank had run that, we would have gotten a few more yards.
Right.
He would have broken through that tackle instead of going down right there. But Shivers has been productive.
Mm-hmm.
I expect them to probably go to Shivers a little more because DJ, I don't know what I expected from DJ Williams, but I don't know, man. It's like he can get the yards if they're there, but he's not gonna get more than that.
Yeah, no, he
That seems to
definitely
be the
doesn't
case.
look like the same DJ Williams that he did last season, coming in late against LSU and breaking off big runs. Like I don't see that explosion from him. I mean, similarly, like when Tank came back in the game. So here's a couple of things I don't understand. He came back in the game for one play. Clearly looks like he didn't have the burst, right? Because if that's Tank fully healthy, he tries to juke somebody in the field. He doesn't just go down when he gets the yardage. But when he went back to the sidelines, why not just go ahead and take him back to the locker room and have them start working with him immediately? What is that about?
I mean, maybe you're trying to
Yeah,
gauge it.
I don't know.
He went in the tent, right? Didn't they get somebody to look
I
at
mean, they
him?
went to the medical tent, but I'm just saying he went back after that play and just sat on the sidelines. Like, why not just go ahead and be like, all right, let's just get him off the field?
You got me. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know if he thought he could manage it right. Like, it seemed like he came back, he had his helmet on. He was kind of running around on the sideline, like light jog, trying to get, whatever it was loose, and then took one hit and that's it. So I don't expect to see him again today. Bottom line, we just don't look prepared, right? I
Yeah.
said this in the pregame. I'd be interested to see how prepared we look
Yep.
coming off this. How did they manage, the double bye? Like, it doesn't. The answer is not well. Now the defense seems like they've adjusted a little bit as the game has gone on. They are getting pressure on Garantano. Pritchett just missed a sure pick, right? Like,
Yeah.
so they're kind of flying around the ball. They seem to have settled into the game. Um, uh, Offensively, we don't look like we have any rhythm.
No.
Uh,
The offensive line has started to block better than they did early in the second. I mean, the second half, second quarter, offensive line looked a little bit better. We were seeing more lanes for the running backs there. The issue is I don't actually know what the game plan is yet, or if it was just because Tank got hurt, the game plan had to shift and they need to readjust what they were trying to do. I don't see a definitive game plan yet. I don't see how they're saying, okay, this is how we plan to attack Tennessee. I haven't seen it yet.
Well,
Yeah.
the game plan is on the sideline, basically.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, is it because okay, Tank is hurt, so now we can't do the stuff we wanted to do? I just think that you've got to be more prepared than that. Like you can't just
No,
throw
this
Kent
is
in the deep end.
Gus. This is
Well, I
Gus
mean that's
Malzahn.
Chad too.
This
That's
is
what I'm
this
saying.
is the
Like,
2017 SEC championship game all over again.
yeah,
Our weapon is
Yeah,
out, and we don't know what to do.
Well,
it was one of my keys to the game. How prepared do we look? Right, like that's what I was looking for. We don't
yeah.
look very prepared. Again, Bo looks like typical Bo. Where is Seth Williams in this game?
He's got what 2 catches right now.
2 for 1st downs. I
Yeah,
mean, he's possessing the ball. We haven't actually red zone wise, we haven't done well. So he hasn't had those opportunities. Of course, the touchdown we got was on a bomb, and but I mean, if Schwartz is going to be butt naked, then hey, I'm not complaining about Schwartz being down the field butt naked. I would take that all day. I'm encouraged by the fact that he actually hit Schwartz in stride.
Right.
That's improvement. Like that was
Yeah.
a 25%
Agreed.
chance of connecting on that. Maybe he connects and he behind them, but he actually hit him in stride. I mean, listen, I am encouraged. I know Bo probably played his worst half in 3 full games, but you hit something that you weren't hitting last year in the first half of the games we played this year. I will take it. We are tied. We've got time to clean it up. We were still able to move the ball on the ground. Maybe it wasn't going to be the tank runs that we come to expect, but this game is still winnable.
yeah. And
So,
this is the thing
yeah.
too. Like I need them to be encouraged by the fact that the offensive line is blocking well enough for our running backs to get 3 and 4 yards and be okay. And this is the thing I think that frustrates me so much about Gus Malzahn a lot is that he wants to break off long, big runs, right? Like he wants to do that consistently. And when he can't do that, he's like, oh, let's just not run the ball. It's like, that's not football, bro. Like there's only 10 yards needed for a first down. If we're getting 3 to 4 yards with a run play, keep running the ball. 3 of those equals a first down. So I think, and as Gabe just said it, the second half will be different. I do expect to see a different Auburn team in the second half because I feel like they're starting to get their legs under them. They're starting to understand what they need to do. They're seeing how Tennessee is attacking them. They're playing those shallow crosses a lot better. So I expect to see us pull away in the second half. I was just hoping to see dominance from end to end, and I was a little disappointed.
Right. I was a little, one of the things again that frustrates me about Gus is he had a chance to really. I mean, I don't know if Bo's pick earlier has caused him to be a bit conservative and not wanting to turn the ball over going into the half, but I want to see us try to put some points up going into the half.
I was
Right.
hoping with almost 2 minutes left in the half that we were at least going to get a field goal and be able to double them up coming into the half and get the bookends of the half. And the 3 straight runs was just that was way too conservative for me. It left too much time on the clock. Luckily, it didn't bite us, but I just didn't understand that. Like, why not go pick up the first downs and try to get us in field goal range? Like, we have the capability with the receivers on the outside. Use those guys. I get Bo Nix as your signal caller, but let him play football, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, I didn't like that. I don't care if it's Bo Nix. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that to me is just it frustrates it. But Gus does this a lot. He does it a lot, and he gets the game tied. He's like, "All right, I dodged that bullet. It's not guaranteed that we're going to come out and score when we get the ball back. So we need to basically get points while we can. You know what I mean? So."
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. The 10 points we scored were while Tank was on the bench. So we still do have some offensive capability. I do want to see them adjust. I was hoping to see more from our tight end today. We only have 1 catch from them. No, I think, Pegues, they had another throw where they threw it to him. I don't think it was a completion, but then we had the catch from
I mean, I don't know how much of that I'm assigning to, like, I don't know how much merit that last comment has about Tank being on the bench. I mean, we scored 7 points on a busted coverage to Schwartz. Right, like, and then we have 3 points otherwise. So I mean, I think that this offense is non-existent in the first half.
The point I'm making is Tank went out and everyone said, "Oh shoot," basically.
Yeah,
on the
right.
side of the
I
ball.
agree with
That's
that.
my point.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, outside.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree as well. I think that their game plan was going to be a heavy dose of Tank, and it's like you pull him out of the game. Okay, now we got to figure out another way to manufacture yardage. So hopefully Chad has gotten an opportunity to see what they're doing against him, and he's getting out there and he's going to scheme some good stuff up. So we'll see coming out here in the second half. Has anybody got a beat on it? I'm not watching the TV. Are we about to start again?
I think we got about four or 5 minutes. I'm hoping what we're watching we can chalk up to just rust.
Right.
And maybe I'm still giving them the second half before I pass final judgment on
Yeah,
what we saw in that first half.
These first two drives of the half, the first offensive one and the first defense one, are going to tell us a lot, right?
Right.
Like,
Agreed.
if we come out and we still look shaky in these first two drives, then we're going to have a nail biter going the rest of this game. But if we come out and we score points and then we get a quick stop, I think that gives us a chance to get the 2-score lead and just keep them in the tail lights.
Yeah. If it's just layoff rust that we're working with,
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's save him for next
running
week.
back. I don't think the other running backs are ineffective right now. That's
they're
not
not
what
tank,
I'm saying.
but they're serviceable. And Shivers is running really well.
I'm more bemoaning the play calling than the players on offense. Right.
Agreed.
So, this is a pretty mediocre performance for Bo. After Tank went out, I was like, okay, are we immediately going to switch to him throwing 50 times a game? I was happy to see that they didn't go to that.
Right.
Right. Like, after Tank went out. So, they're still committed to the run. The situation, like you said, the 3 straight runs, like to me, it's the play calling more than anything right now. And then again, preparedness. Tennessee just looked like they were better prepared for this game. Until the end there, I felt like Garantano was really outplaying Bo Nix. We're getting pressure on him, but this is not a good Tennessee team. I think that's something that has to be stated, right? Like,
Right.
this is not a good Tennessee team. So losing this game at home, there is zero excuse for that. I don't care if you've been off for 3-4 weeks. We have to look better. We need to look significantly better in the second half, and they need to pull away. And I call this one 35-14. I still think that there's a chance they could do something similar against this
definitely.
team.
Like I say, if they only give up a field goal in the second half and we consistently score, we can still get there. And the trajectory that we were going does bode in that direction, right? Because Tennessee comes down, they are in our side of the field. Their first 3 drives only come away with 10 points. They legitimately probably should have 13. They missed the first field goal. But the defense just started to wake up little by little every drive after that. And so it's showing like, okay, minus some big bust on defense, we're being very sound with what we're doing. So they should not be able to just score points consistently. So now it becomes the offense needs to take advantage of the short fields. Like, we've got to flip the field, take advantage of it. We really need to turn the ball over, I think, at least one time. I don't like us losing the 2 turnover battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 2 shots and came closer with one than the other. But yeah, Garantano's trying to give it to us like we thought he would. So hopefully we can turn one of those in. I don't know how safe Chaney gets with the play calling on their side now that he sees that Steele is kind of all right. Steele's his guys are waking up. They're on to us now, but I don't know where they go for offense now. So I expect them to really play a conservative game and just try to grind us out. So yeah, it's gonna be on our offense too.
I expect to see a lot of running back screens coming up in this half. I expect to see a ton of screens being executed for Tennessee, and hopefully the linebackers are ready for that. So we'll see.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Well, let's get into the second half of this game. We'll holler at you guys after the game. Be right back here. War Report. We will holler at you soon.